Hi guys, it's David again. Tonight I'm going to be showing you the big one, the 2009 gold proof set of the 50 pence piece. It's to celebrate the 40th year of the launch of the 50 pence piece. So it's quite a nice set. It's a set that I've been really struggling with in terms of filming and editing because I want to put a lot of information in there, because once you start getting into the background of the designers and understanding the amount of work that goes into it, I find it incredibly impressive, the skill and the people they use to actually design these coins. They're all independently some of the best artists, sculptors, printers, painters, designers this country's got to offer, and it's very easy to overlook how good the work is of some of these people. So I started filming it, started putting some information like that in, but very quickly it started to become a 3-hour video, and I think that would bore most people to death. So I've decided just to do a show and tell this evening of the 16 coins, so you guys can have a look at it, and then once I've done that, I'll be loading these up individually with a bit more information, and if you guys are interested, obviously you can have a look at it in a bit more detail when you want to. So without further ado, I'll get it cracked open. It comes in a massive gloss walnut case. You definitely need two hands to pick it up. There's some tremendous weight in there. You'll see with that it's the 40th year set, and it's number 104 out of 125. So there's just singly 125 of these made. So as anybody knows, for coins, that anything less than measured in the hundreds is quite a low number, so it's quite rare. I think this is definitely a first for YouTube, because I've looked all over YouTube and I can't see anybody who's shown one of these sets. So you take your bonuses where you can, so it's a first for YouTube for tonight. So I'll get it cracked open. It comes with a really good information card in there, and I use this for quite a lot of reference material because there's a huge amount of information of all the 50 pence pieces in here, and in fact it covers most 50 pence pieces I get in coin runs. So I'll flip these open, just pause it as and when you need, guys. I promise not to get political this evening. Like I say, it's quite an intensive book this, but there's loads of information if you're interested in the background of these coins. Yeah, that's one we've all had in our coin runs. Still going. Matthew Dent's shield. One thing I've seen about this, I've been getting loads of 2019 shields in my coin runs I've not filmed yet. I don't know the mintage figures, none of us will till next year, but I'm definitely bagging all these up. I'm hoping to get a sealed bag of these in a coin run, and when I do, I'm just going to keep them to one side, leave them in a drawer, and cross my fingers they're going to be tiny numbers in 2020. Last page there, good old Kew Gardens. And that's where we have the CO8. You'll see there the issue numbers of 125 and the maximum mintages for all these coins. Every single coin in this set, bar the Kew Gardens, is 1 of 125 only. So the very rare indeed. I mean, I've said in previous videos, the magic number for gold proof 50p's is 400, but I've got 15 here, mintages 125 each, so infinitely rare. And strangely enough, the highest mintage ones there is the Kew Gardens, which is 1 of 1,000. And they're still, well, as you know, they're still quite sought after, the gold proof Qs, so it's a nice one to have. So that's all the paperwork. Pause it, fast forward it, do what you want with that, but I found that quite an information quite good. So we'll get it cracked open. It's quite an impressive sight. I'm going to start off with one of my favourite ones in this set, which is the 1973 Ring of Hands. That was to celebrate us joining the EEC. This for me is more sentimental value because I grew up in this era, and I can remember getting these as a kid. And literally, you got one of the 50p pieces, and you could literally buy. Well, you felt like you could buy all the sweets in the corner shop. They were, they were quite a nice thing to get. And I don't want to sound old-fashioned now, but you got a 50p and you felt like a millionaire. So I don't feel too bad holding this now. So I get the same sort of feeling now. One thing to notice with these coins, I think a few of you will have these in your collections. There's one hand on this coin noticeably smaller than the rest, and it's this one here, and it's definitely feminine in size and how it's been made. And the story behind that, it's led to believe that's actually the Queen's hand, and she's leading all the other nations around, apparently. You can make from that as what you want, but allegedly that's what it's supposed to represent. All these coins in this set are 2009, with the 4th portrait of Ian Rank Broadley. So that's when it was made, so they've all got that on the obverse. So this one's a cracking coin to have. I do really like it. It's one of my favourite ones in this set. It's obviously not the obvious choice for this. Like I say, if you old enough to remember these in circulation, but like I said, these haven't been around for a while, so it's nice to see. And I'd love to see some of these old ones reissued into circulation. This is what we call a modern size 50p. It's not the old bigger one. But it'd be nice to see the mint just dropping some in circulation just for us collectors, and I think it's easy to forget what coinage we've had in the past. So this one's one of my favourite ones in this set. I might as well stick with the EEC theme. This one is the dual dated EEC. This was to represent us being the head of the EEC for 6 months between 1992 and 1993. That's why it's dual dated. It's a nice coin. Design on that one was Mary Milner Dickens. She's designed loads of 50p pieces. I think she's done 3 in this set, and when you start looking into her work, it's quite impressive. So that's that one. I can never remember these being in circulation. I can never remember seeing one. They're a nice coin. Coinstruck over in Australia on some of the videos has just been recently showing the bigger version of this, which must be a cracker to have, because there must be a considerable weight difference in what one is showing. But that's my version of it, and again, just 125. The next one, another EEC one, dual dated 1973 to 1998. This is to celebrate us being in the EEC for 25 years. Quite a nice design. That it's quite a starburst, loads of detail, and these are definitely getting thin on the ground now in circulation. I've done, like I say, if you've seen some of the other videos, I do loads of 50p coin runs, and you don't see many of these around. And I just want to get some detail on that. It's lovely. Next one. This one is to celebrate 50 years of the D-Day landings. Really nice coin. Straight away when I look at this coin, it reminds me of being a kid and having airfix kits, and it kind of reminds me of some of the artwork on the boxes. So there's a lot of drama, a lot of action in there. These planes heading off, these soldiers, these tanks, and it's quite an impressive design. Designer of that is John Mills. He's done quite a few different coins as well, too many I can mention in one go, but I think he's designed about 10 or 12 different circulated coins, and again I'll mention that in another video, but that's the 50 years of the D-Day landings. Next we have the 2003 suffragette. These are definitely getting rare in circulation, and again nice amount of detail on there. The designer of this unfortunately got nothing to do with the People's Act. Some people might say it might have some similarities, but if you do a bit of scratching beneath the surface, they're made by two completely different people in different times. So take it from that as what you want, but it's quite a nice coin. That this is designer. This is Mary Milner Dickens. It's the second coin in here. She did I believe the that one is just in there, so that's the second coin. They're done by the same designer. Next we have the Samuel Johnson's dictionary, and I love this coin. We've all had it in circulation, but that in gold proof just absolutely just pops. The light bounces off it and it just wants to jump off the coin and poke you in the eye. Very simplistic design, but it's one that I quite like. I'm still quite happy to find it in change, but that is a great coin to have. It's definitely nice under the magnifying glass as well. Yeah, cracking coin that. I do like that one. Next we've got public libraries. We've all seen this. Must have had hundreds of these in coin runs. Another one by Mary Milner Dickens. So there's three in this box with her designs. So quite a nice coin. The NHS. I really like this one. This reminds me in terms of design, sort of 1920s Art Deco. Quite stylistic. I like it. It's one that can get overlooked, but a lot of work that's gone into that. That one's David Cornell. He's designed loads of coins, so I'll put a bit of information in the next video about him. So quite a nice one. The good old Roger Bannister 2009. I've also got this in gold proof in the 2019 set as well. Lucky boy me. It's quite a nice simple design, and what I'll show in some of my other videos, I've managed to get some other designs of this coin. When they put it out to the designers and artists out there, they put it out to tender, and they end up having obviously numerous designs by different people, and I've actually got some designs of this coin which actually never won the competition, but I actually think there's one that's actually better than this one, taking nothing away from the designer of this one, but I will show in a few more videos, because there's a depth of information to be found on these coins if you can be bothered to look. Victoria Cross, absolutely stunning, this. Again, when I show this by itself, I will take some macro photography of this, because there's a huge amount of detail in this. Even the camera is struggling to pick up. But a nice coin, huge amount of detail. These were made in a set as well, in gold proof at the time, with the Victoria Cross and the Heroic Axe. So if you're looking on the market, you tend to find these two by themselves in a gold proof set. And like I said, it's quite a serious coin. Pretty decent, and we've all had hundreds of these in the coin runs, but I'm just looking at that behind the camera, and there's a huge amount of detail in the Victoria Cross that the screen is not picking up, so I'll get some better photographs of that and bang them on there for you. The good old 2009 Shield. That is a lovely coin. I have been looking at the 2008 coinage sets. You can get a 4th and 5th portrait of these, all in gold proof. I've been looking at them, but they're a serious amount of weight in terms of gold, and it's one I'm going to get in the collection at some point in the future, but not time yet, because they are fetching quite a serious sum of money. So I'll never say never, and just see what comes up at auction over the next few years. But nice coin, looks well. The next two are Britannias, and you can glance at these coins and you'd swear they're the same coin. They're not. That one is the 2009 new pence, so that's to represent when it was first launched in 1969, and that's when it changed to 50 pence. Off top of my head, I think it was around 1982 or something like that. I will correct myself if I'm wrong in another video, but I think so. It was always new pence, and then it changed to 50 pence again in the 80s sometime. So they're the two side by side, both crackers. The good old Boy Scouts, dib dib dib. Yeah, a fair amount of detail in that coin. And I'll save the obvious one. So right at the end, the infamous 2009 gold proof Kew Gardens. Like I said, these the mintage of these was 1 in 1,000, but you put it next to any coin in there, and these are all 1 or 125. So a lot rarer than the Q, but the Q's just developed a bit of cult status, and I saw one of these very recently at auction 2 months ago fetch what I would consider bonkers sums of money, but nevertheless it sold for quite a big amount of money. So it just gives me a bit of peace of mind that it keeps some value in the set for me. So that's the set in its entirety. Let you have a closer look. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I will be uploading individual videos of this, and I can bang out some information, because we have got some of the best artists, designers, sculptors, painters in this country, and it's amazing how much work that actually goes into these coins. And for me, it's not just a case of it's a gold coin, it's this, there's only so many mintages. For me, it is like having a piece of art, and you know, we are lucky enough that the Royal Mint go to the lengths that they do to produce coins of this quality, where they don't have to. There's other mintages out there which are, you know, just you look at a lot of American coins, and no disrespect to America, they're just run of the mill, bang, bang, bang. And you know, we are fortunate enough that a lot of work and effort goes into these commemorative coins, and some of the designers and sculptors are absolutely the best in the world, in my opinion. So that's what I want to start conveying in my next couple of videos. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. As always, thanks to all the new subscribers. I love chatting back and forth with all you guys out there. Now, I chat and email with a lot of guys, and that's one thing I'm really enjoying at the minute. So keep emailing me, keep texting or what have you, messaging through YouTube. Keep asking questions, because I think we're all better off learning from one another, because I don't care who you are, nobody knows it all, and the more I speak to people, the more I learn. So I want to thank people for that who I spoke to in the past, and I'm learning every day. And as always, if you've got any questions, you want to see anything in more detail, give me a shout, and I've got loads more to come. So thanks for watching, and I will see you again.